Welcome to Inner Fire Motivation Story. Subscribe my channel, like and share my video.
Most people don't ruin their lives in one dramatic moment. They don't collapse overnight. They don't fail because of one big mistake. They drift. They drift one decision at a time, one skipped day, one excuse that sounded reasonable, one moment where mood was given more authority than purpose. And it always starts the same way. You wake up with a plan, a real one, a promise you made to yourself when you were calm, clear, and honest. And then your mood shows up. Your mood doesn't announce itself as the enemy. It shows up dressed as logic, as tiredness, as I'll do it later, as today doesn't really matter. And that's how momentum dies, not with resistance, but with permission. See, your mood is persuasive. It knows your fears. It knows your weaknesses. It knows exactly when to speak, right at the edge of effort. Your mood will never tell you to destroy your future. It just asks you to delay it. And delay is the most dangerous form of self-betrayal. Because every time you follow your mood instead of your plan, you send yourself a message. You say, I can't trust me. You say, my word doesn't mean much. You say, comfort matters more than growth. And over time, that message becomes an identity. People think discipline is about being hard on yourself. It's not. Discipline is about being honest with yourself. Because if you're waiting to feel ready, motivated, confident, or inspired, you're not waiting for the right moment. You're waiting for permission to stay the same. Your mood is not built to create your future. It's built to protect your present. Your plan, however, was created by a wiser version of you. The version that saw beyond today. The version that understood consequences. The version that wanted more than survival. That version made a commitment, and every time you ignore it, you silence the strongest voice you have. Let's be clear about something. Uncomfortable. Most people don't lack motivation. They lack structure. They lack follow-through. They lack the ability to act without emotional agreement. Because the truth is, you will rarely feel like doing what actually changes your life. You don't feel like waking up early. You don't feel like training when your body's tired. You don't feel like working when results are invisible. You don't feel like staying consistent when no one is watching. But feeling like it was never the requirement. Following your mood turns your life into a negotiation you keep losing. Following your plan turns your life into a direction you can trust. And here's the part most people miss. Every time you follow your plan, when your mood resists, you build something invisible but powerful. Self-respect. Not confidence, not hype. Respect. Confidence comes and goes. Self-respect stays. Self-respect is knowing that when you say you will do something, it gets done, regardless of emotion. That's why some people walk into a room and feel solid, calm, grounded. It's not arrogance, it's internal alignment. They are not fighting themselves. Most people are exhausted, not because they do too much, but because they argue with themselves all day. Should I do it? Should I wait? Should I push? Should I rest? A plan removes the argument. A plan says, this is who we are. This is what we do. End of discussion. Your mood wants flexibility. Your future needs consistency. Your mood will change with sleep, food, weather, praise, criticism, and comparison. Your plan remains the same. That's why people who rely on mood stay stuck, and people who rely on plans eventually win. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly, inevitably. Because consistency compounds even when no one applauds. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And systems don't care how you feel. The uncomfortable reality is this. If you only act when you feel good, you've made comfort your leader. And comfort has never led anyone anywhere meaningful. Growth feels inconvenient. Progress feels boring. Discipline feels lonely. But regret lasts longer than discomfort. Years from now, you will not remember how tired you felt on an ordinary day, But you will remember the life you didn't build because you kept listening to excuses that sounded reasonable at the time. Your plan is not punishment, it's protection. It protects you from emotional decisions. It protects you from inconsistency. It protects you from becoming someone who starts strong and finishes never. Following your plan is how you keep promises to yourself, even when no one else is watching. And that's where real power is built. Not in motivation, not in hype, not in speeches, in quiet obedience to a decision you already made. Because once you understand this, once you truly accept it, everything changes. You stop asking, how do I feel today? And you start asking, who do I want to become? And that question doesn't need motivation to answer. It needs action. That's why this is not about forcing yourself. It's about choosing leadership. Someone has to be in charge of your life, either your mood or your plan. And only one of them knows where you're going. Follow your plan, not your mood.
Bye-bye to Inner Fire Motivation Story. Subscribe my channel, like and share my video.